Hello and welcome to Ukrainian Flaves, a special project by Ukraine Crisis Media-Center, NGO Euroatlantic Course and Analytical Center of Ukrainian Catholic University. My name is Victoria Zabian. I'm head of the UCMC Press Center. Like, share this video and subscribe our channel. Today we're going to talk about military support for Ukraine. Again, the main reason is the great battle on the east of Ukraine that can be started in the nearest hours. There is no doubt that Ukraine will win, but Ukrainian commandment cares about possible victims and the price of this win. That is why Ukraine keeps calling for international military support. Military expert Oleksandr Danyliuk told us that what kind of the military support Ukraine needs very much today. Let's take a look.
You have to understand that right now Ukraine is trying to increase significantly, twice actually, the number of our troops. And it means that very soon the Ukrainian armed forces will have about 500,000 people. There is no problem with human power, so we have enough people trained and motivated, ready to join this fight. But we obviously never had that number of brigades, and because of that, we never had all of the equipment we need for that brigades. So the question is difficult because we need everything to support establishment of that brigades, from communications to artillery. Of course, because this acute stage of Donbass battle already started, I think that the most useful right now would be artillery, especially MLRS. So multi-rocket launcher systems and ammunition for them. But at the same time, we need armored vehicles, we need anti-tank and anti-aircraft systems. Literally, we need everything. And what I would recommend Western leaders to do, I would recommend them to combine their strategic generals and to ask them what would they need, what they would need, to win this battle. And they could answer. And for sure, the scale of the conflict and the intent of Russia to win this war by any means, it makes it completely clear that that level of support Ukraine has right now from the West is very far from what we actually need to protect our country, even to defend, controlled territories. First and second, especially after what we saw in Bucha and Irpin and in other villages and cities of Ukraine, after Russian occupation, we have to say that we have no right to leave Ukrainians under Russian occupation because it's a grave threat for them to live there. And Russians definitely are going to conduct complete genocide of that Ukrainians who are not going to be turned into Russians or Soviets. And it means that our task not only to stop Russians in Donbass, but also to liberate our territories. And it seems like there is no diplomatic way of doing that. So, if I would be a leader of the United States of America, because this is the most capable military power in the world, I would immediately give Ukraine that hundreds of tanks and thousands of armored vehicles, hundreds of planes, United States of America have, and they don't need it actually. So this is not like other NATO countries, because we are very thankful to countries like Czech Republic, who are, despite this is relatively small country, they provide us a lot of support. That dozens of BMPs they gave to us, that was very important. And especially right now, and especially because these systems are known to Ukrainian soldiers and they don't need to learn them. But right now, if we're talking about existing capabilities which could be delivered to Ukraine immediately, we have to be straight and we have to be frank with ourselves. United States of America have all of that capabilities and they can share it with us immediately without any problems for their own security, because most of that systems are not in use right now, so they are in stock. And even that systems like F-16 planes, for instance, they are better than existing Ukrainian planes, and Bradleys, for instance, would be a brilliant substitute of Soviet BMPs.
There are a lot of talks concerning the fact that it can be difficult for Ukrainian army to use Western weapons, so European countries sent mainly Soviet tanks and vehicles. Anton Mikhnenko underlines that Ukrainian soldiers can handle with Western weapons and equipment because they took part in international trainings before. So it should not stop our partners helping Ukraine. Let's listen to him.
На сьогоднішній день Російська Федерація застосовує проти України практично весь арсенал наявного озброєння, окрім ядерної. Ми навіть бачили приклади використання забороненої хімічної зброї, фосфорних боєприпасів. Зараз Україна протистоїть потужному ворогу, який не нехтує знищенням цивільної інфраструктури та вбивствами мирних громадян. Такий ворог має отримати належну відповідь. Перші тижні бойових дій показали, що українці здатні чинити потужний супротив противнику із наявної зброї та тієї, що була надана нашими партнерами практично в останні моменти на початку війни. Це ПТРК «Джевелін», НЛО і ПЗРК «Стінгер». Противник зазнав значних втрат і змінив характер ведення власних бойових дій. Він вже боїться вступати в ближній бій і застосовує власне озброєння з великої відстані. Ми бачимо велику кількість ракетних ударів з акваторії Чорного моря, з території Білорусі та Російської Федерації. Приклади того, що Росавіація навіть і не намагається заходити в зону бойових дій нашої протиповітряної оборони і вести вогонь з відстані. Через це і ми маємо змінюватись, і для цього в поточних умовах нам потрібно більше сучасної зброї. Одним із пріоритетних напрямів – це засоби протиповітряної оборони, які б забезпечували знищення повітряних цілей на різних висотах і відстанях, і унеможливлювали б застосування, в тому числі крилатих ракет. Перший крок вже зроблений нашими європейськими партнерами, і за це їм велика подяка. Але потрібно більше. Крім того, велике значення матиме далекобійна артилерія великого калібру. Це дозволить наносити удари по позиціям противника, по його артилерії, по ракетним комплексам з більшої відстані. Протикорабельні комплекси для знищення надводних цілей, зокрема кораблів, які наносять удари по українській інфраструктурі. Безперечно, до цього можна додати і бронетехніку, танки, і бронетранспортери, бойові машини піхоти. І тут не головне, щоб озброєння було радянського зразка. Українські військові можуть освоїти і більш сучасне натівське озброєння, адже мають досвід участі в навчаннях разом з країнами НАТО. І впораються із Амбрусами, і Леопардами, і іншим озброєнням. Потрібен лише невеликий час. Важливо зрозуміти нашим партнерам і союзникам, що попереду велика битва на сході України, на яку орієнтується Російська Федерація. Українці наразі мають головну перевагу – жагу подолати концентроване зло, яке прийшло на наші держави. Додавши цього сучасне озброєння, можна точно перемогти в цій битві і поставити на місце знахабнілого і жорстокого російського ведмедя.
And we would like to finish our episode by a warm and emotional video that was recorded by our friends from the non-governmental analytical center Ukrainian Studies of Strategic Disquisitions. Let's listen a short interview of British volunteer who came to stand with Ukrainians against Russian aggression.
What I want to say to the people of Ukraine is that we're here not only until the war is over, but until the country is rebuilt. And what I want to say to people in the West and people around the world is really that this country needs all the help it can get, all the supplies, the equipment, military equipment, as well as humanitarian aid. Please keep it coming, because it will be, it's really, really needed here. What's happening in Ukraine is clearly much bigger than just a war between Ukraine and Russia. This is about the values that we all share, about the freedom. And I think that we all know that if Putin doesn't lose here, then he will only continue his progression elsewhere in the world. And other bad actors in the world may see this as an opportunity to do the same thing. So I think it's fundamentally important that we stop Putin now? I work in media back at home, but I've been traveling to Ukraine quite a lot. So I had a personal interest and an investment in Ukraine that made me really want to come here. I don't think I could have stayed away with everything that's going on here at the moment. The best thing, about Ukraine, as with many parts of the world, really is the people who really want to share their culture with you, open their door to you, share their amazing food with you and everything. And these are the reasons that drove us really to come here and help with the fight.
So you've been watching the episode of Ukrainian Flames, a special project by Ukraine Crisis Media Center, NGO Euroatlantic Course and Analytical Center of Ukrainian Catholic University. In description to this video, you can find the information how personally you can help Ukraine against Russian aggression. Please subscribe our channel, stay tuned. Everything is gonna be Ukraine.